Okay, I just couldn't let this pass without sharing. This is an eBay purchase I made. Got a good deal on it. But wow, the packing on this was obviously pretty interesting. So I figured, hey, let's just unwrap this together. Plus, you know, I'll have video of something in there is broken in which to file a claim on. But it's an interesting packing job. Instead of, you know, listen, when you're sending a fragile product through the mail, I would strongly suggest, you know, putting it in an oversized box for it and making sure there's enough padding around it, and that way you don't have to kind of go through this. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, this is great. So let's start with, also just FYI, when you're sending packages out, be careful with this fragile special handling sticker, because unless you drop this off at the post office will charge the recipient more for that sticker being on there for special handling. So don't just put that special handling fragile sticker on there thinking that that's notice to whomever's going to handle it to be careful with it, because one, they're probably not going to be careful with it anyways, but the second is that incurs an extra charge from the post office, just so you know. I had someone learn that the hard way when they got a COD letter in my mailbox with a package, and that was the reason for it, is that they put that sticker on there. All right. Wow. This, interesting packaging. See what we got here. All right. Yeah, this is great. This is, wow. This is in there pretty darn tight. There's a box to the right here, so I'm not scared of puncturing anything, so. Let me just rip through the cardboard here. It's gonna be a lot easier than trying to squeeze that out. All right, now that we've got a little bit more room to play with there, get this knife out of my hands before I hurt myself. Well, the other thing is you shouldn't be using priority envelopes unless you're actually sending something priority. Post office doesn't really like that either. So we've got a few envelopes here. This one here will give you the clue as to what this is if you haven't already guessed. Partial manual, because it's missing the front page, which means you could probably guess what's in here. Goes along with this. All right, take that out of my hand before I hurt myself. So got in here is our remote. Good thing this didn't really get snapped off the way this was packed. Let's look at the inside. Wow, the inside of this remote is in immaculate shape, which is a rarity. Usually the batteries are left in there and they get corroded, or the terminals get corroded. So that's a beautiful remote. That alone is probably worth the price of what I paid because of its condition. So I'm sure that you can guess that this is no doubt the tray. Goes with this. Don't know what good it did to wrap this so tight like this. It's not like it was protecting anything, but hey, appreciate the effort nonetheless. So there's the tray. Really nice condition too, and stickers are on. A little faded, but probably not even need to retro bright this. This looks really good. And that leaves the main piece here. And I am just completely surprised that so far I have not seen any damage to anything whatsoever, considering how this is packed. This has got to be one of the most original packing jobs I have seen in a while. Oh, I love it. And I've been doing this for almost 20, well, almost, yeah, over 20 years now. And I could show you some doozies. This ranks in there with some of them. So. The other thing I do with some of this stuff is I salvage some of the bubble wrapping, especially this. This is nice, thick bubble wrapping. Because you guys ship things out and you go to Staples and you look at the price of bubble wrap. You'd be saving some of this yourself. Get my knife back. All right, let's get this thing out of here. That knife away again. Don't want to hurt myself. Nice, I got some good bubble wrap out of this. This is really nice material. So here we go. Another 5402 robot. Nice condition. Hinges are all intact. Nothing broken. Very nice. Some yellowing certainly in the front, so we'll have to antenna, we'll have to deal with the yellowing. Cassette player. So let me go get a battery and we're gonna see if we have the common cassette problems these things have. Nice, I don't have to 3D print any treads. Treads look nice. So, you know, whenever you buy these kinds of things on eBay, it's always hit and miss, you know, because they can't be tested, because most folks don't have the batteries to test them. They might pop a AA battery in it, but, you know, that just tests, you know, the front clock display. The back is really nice, so it looks like only the front is going to have to be retro brighted, bring it back to white again. So let me get a 6-volt battery for this and see what we've got to work with. Okay, first things first, let's take a look and see what happens when we put a couple of AA batteries in here. Plus is to the right. Should light up the clock. And the clock doesn't light up, so there we go. So it's just those terminals need to be cleaned a little bit. There we are. Okay, hopefully the folks picked that up. Let's see. All right, so AA batteries work and bring the clock back to life. Let's see, the 6-volt brings us back to life as well. Oh, something up with the switch maybe, because I didn't turn it on. All right, gotta get some batteries in the remote here. Okay, we got some batteries in the remote. Let's test this a little further here. Get a little zoomed in a little bit more. All right, so let's start with the remote. We know works. Light goes on. Start with sound. Let's turn it on. Make sure it's in RC mode. And all I get is beeping, so no sound. Kind of have to figure that out and hope it's not the sound chip. All right, so next thing we'll do is let's test the voice function here. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. All right, so the lights work, the voice function works. What about the forward, reverse, right, left? All right, so we got some good functionality there. The motors all work. Let's try the cassette. We tested the spindles earlier, so it's really nice. Very fast, means the belt isn't worn. It's not lagging. So that's good. Let's try putting a cassette in there. See if it has sound from the cassette player. All right, so we got cassette. The only thing is though, the tape start and stop function doesn't work. So that's a problem. So not sure if it's the remote or if it's the processor inside. So we'll have to figure that out. We can swap out the remote with another one and test out and make sure it's not the remote. But I'm thinking the remote's fine. All the other functions on it work, and it is receiving a signal with respect to the sounds. So yeah, we'll put it on the bench, and I guess we'll make a video out of this restoration, another 5402. Stay tuned. So why are you seeing this instead of the workbench? Well, because I remember in one of my past restorations when I wasn't hearing the sound effects from the remote to the robot, I replaced the AA batteries. And so that's what I did. I replaced the AA batteries with fresh ones. So here it is, all cleaned up. Make sure that everything still works. Put it in RC mode, turn the remote on. Sound. So one thing we didn't test the last time is it playing a tape. I have a tape in there already. And let's start the tape. There you go. Forward, reverse, right, left. There you go. And stop tape. And oh, and I almost forgot. The reason the arms are laid out that way is because we also have a nice little tray that came with it. So there you go, ready to serve. And now it's off to join all of his robot friends in Robot Land. So hope you enjoyed the video. It was a short one because all it really needed was a little bit of cleaning, but at least you didn't miss the great packing job. That was an interesting one. So where did our little guy end up in Robot Land? Oh, I think I spotted him. He found a nice little niche and joined all his friends. So now that is the happy ending. Have a nice day. Enjoy life.